Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a beauty content video for the first time in a long time. You're going to see at least 3 videos done of me looking like this, because for the first time, again, in a long time, I've actually had the energy, the inspiration, and the desire to film some content. Your girl is working night shifts. I've had a lot of shiz been going down all up in my life right now. And so kind of going in on my YouTube content isn't really as much of a, what's the word? Important isn't the right word. Significant. It's just not something that I've been able to devote as much time to as when I didn't have a job. When YouTube was my main source of stressful income, obviously I was creating content left and right, but now that I've got a job and I have a normal life, I have learned that the ability to film on a regular basis is in fact a luxury and a bit of a privilege. But with all of that aside, I figure I would finally film for y'all a little bit of a makeup haul, because as I said, I'm working nights. I have money for a regular source of income for the first time in an extended period, because as you all know, my YouTube income was going do. That's going to be a video I do eventually talking about. I was like, yeah, YouTube's viable. It's great. Oh, I didn't make enough to even get paid this month. I will warn you right now, a lot of the products in this video right here are old. They're belated. I bought this stuff like months ago, and I just kind of had it on the docket for I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be going over it, and I'm going to be going through it, and it's going to be great. And then it just kept never happening because work, and especially being night shift, on my days off, I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. I want to sleep. I want to sleep and I want to eat, and I don't want to think about doing anything that actually takes any sort of energy. So YouTube, Patreon, and OnlyFans were just kind of an afterthought. Well, today we're going to bring it to the forefront of the classroom. I'm going to talk about the products that I bought like 4-5 months ago. I hope y'all enjoy. And we're going to start off with a product, a release that is very outdated, but this is the Lunar Beauty Moonspell Volume 2 palette. I do in fact have a review of this that I will leave linked down below. Spoiler alert for that review, I absolutely love this palette. I loved the first Moonspell palette, and this one is just even more gorgeous. I love the depth. I love the quality, the purples, the rosies, it's just an absolutely gorgeous, stunning palette. Lunar Beauty is definitely one of my absolute favorite brands. I said on Twitter, there was this thing that was like, if you could get on one company's PR list, what would it be? And I said either Kaleidos or Lunar Beauty, because those are 2 companies that aesthetically and quality-wise, they've just never done me wrong. And this palette is no exception. The coloring is beautiful. The packaging is beautiful. Highly recommend this palette. If you want to see a more in-depth look, I will have that review linked down below for y'all. Then 2 palettes that I told myself I was going to review, and I told all y'all that I was going to review like 4 or 5 months ago when I bought them, that I haven't reviewed, that if this energy about making content and chilling and being all whatever continues, hopefully I will review. It'll be disgustingly outdated. But these are 2 Natasha Denona palettes. Y'all know that I have were these her 65 ones, or were these, I hope these were the 65 ones, because if these were 129, I would have been these are the 65 ones. But these came out, and I remember wanting to get them, but they were, at the time I did not have the consistent income that I do now, so I wasn't able to get them. But this is which one is this one? The Zendo palette, which when it released, I thought was absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, when I saw it, my eye did I did the double take because of the 4 kind of greeny bluey shades. And then we've got this one. This one I absolutely love, which is like a greeny based brown, which my mom is like, why would you put that on your eyes? And I'm like, because I'm alternative, mama. I have used this palette a couple of times. I love this shade right here. I love taking this and I'll just slather that shiz all over there and pop that on top, do some eyeliner, and I'm done. I haven't been using makeup a significant amount since I've got the night, because I ain't got nowhere to wear it. You know, I don't got the time to do it. I sweat like nobody's business, and we're getting into the warmer months, so God only knows when I'll wear makeup next. This is the most makeup I've worn in a really long time. But was hoping to review these. If any of y'all are still interested in seeing that, even though it's from a really long time ago, let me know. Then the other palette is the Retro palette, which I just thought was absolutely decadent. This is giving me just really beautiful, vampy vibes. I love these like rosy, rose gold, vintagey brown. I love. This is kind of the, ooh, what was that Melt Cosmetics one that they did like this? I'm so out of touch with makeup. You have no idea. But I've used this one a couple of times. I admit I kind of impulse bought both of these, and then after looking at them, I was like, that's an awful lot of shimmer, sweetie. But I got them anyway because I have issues in poor impulse control. Look really, really pretty. I have used it a couple of times. I really like that shade. I love all the mattes. That one's a little bit of a throwaway. Y'all know how I feel about the pasty setting shade. But again, if you're interested in seeing a review on one or both of these, I think I planned on, because they'd released before and then I just bought them together, I was going to do kind of a let's discuss the new Natasha Denona palettes, although I think she has released a pastel one that looks really pretty. So if y'all are interested, if there's anything that you think you'd like to see me review, because like I said, I am so out of touch with just the makeup world. I've just kind of taken a step back. I used to be so involved and so invested. Now I like maybe once a month go through Trend Mood to see what's happening, and then I'm like, I'm done. I saw Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips post on Twitter talking about how she wants to come back to YouTube, but maybe not as a just full-on beauty channel, because it's she's kind of past the point of that being like a main crux that we need to talk about a lot. And I feel like that's where I'm at too. I do want to create beauty content, but I also want to create other content as well. But if there are some things that you guys have seen that you think, oh, hey, maybe you'd enjoy this, or that you've tried that you would like to see me review, or you think I would enjoy, let me know down below. I'm all ears. Then to show you all how really dated this is, I think I bought this stuff in like October. We have some ColourPop, and we have the High Tide palette, which y'all know I talked about this shiz when it released, because it released when I literally had no money to spare. Even I think these are like $12 or $14, and I did not have that. But can we discuss the beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous color theory of this thing? I have used it multiple times when I was still using makeup, before we kind of got to the point where we are now, where I'm like not using it as much. And it has a heck ton of fallout. It is heckin' pigmented, and it is beautiful. If you can get over the fallout, it is just an absolutely stunning palette. I love the colors. I love the pigmentation, the blendability. The only bad thing I can say about it is that fallout, especially on shades like this one right here, obviously the darkest shade, and then this one right here. Just you got to tread real carefully with how you apply that shiz, because usually I don't do my foundation first, but you get the fallout there. But otherwise, I just absolutely love this. When I saw this, I was just like, I gotta have that. I gotta have it, and I gotta slather it all over my face. If you want to see it, how it looks on my face, I have my TikTok account, which is the one social media that's actually growing. And I did use it. I got all nice and dolled up, and I've used it in a couple videos there. Then the other palette that I got, I think I ordered this one design. I don't like it because it fits his glitter everywhere, at least the packaging. For some reason, ColourPop was like, let's put spray on glitter on everything. I was like, please, no. But this is the Sprinkle a Little Magic Tinkerbell palette, which y'all know why I looked at boom, 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 boom. These, although I did talk about this and I think an anti-haul where I mentioned I would probably like to get it because although obviously I'm just attracted to the green shiz here, I didn't think it was disjointed because these really pretty kind of neutrally rosy colors actually went really well with the overall theme and tone of the palette. I thought for ColourPop, just kind of releasing a licensed collaboration like they always do, it was actually a pretty well thought out, you know, color story. I have tried this shimmer and this shimmer. Absolutely love them both. I was gonna do, I probably will still do because these products are new, kind of a get ready with me using newer quote unquote products on camera. If you're interested in seeing that, let me know down below. Gonna have to do it before it gets too heckin' hot in here because I sweat like nobody's business. But I am excited to move forward and kind of use this more and, you know, see how it is. I just haven't been using a lot of makeup. It's just not really been very practical recently for me and kind of where I'm at right now. Kind of a sign that I did get this in October. I did get the Hocus Pocus Witching Hour, which color story wise I thought was so much nicer than the first Hocus Pocus palette they did, although I was kind of tempted by that, but I didn't get it because I think it was like $24 or something. This one may have been $24 too, which I was like, ColourPop, your first palette was like 10 bucks. Y'all know how I feel about the progression of ColourPop. At some point, maybe I'll make a video about that. I've got a bunch of videos that at some point I would like to make that are just kind of back burnered for me at the moment, but I just thought this was really pretty. I loved that shade. I mean, all of these right here I loved. I thought these were nice if you wanted to do a much more neutral eye. I just was really drawn to the colors here a lot more than the other one. I thought the packaging was really cute. Just overall, this one kind of pulled me in more than the other one, and I had a little bit of disposable income and I was like, I want a Hocus Pocus ColourPop palette. And so I bought this one. I have not tried it at all. No, I have tried this gold right here and I did really like that. So when ColourPop does it well, they do it well. They do actual good quality stuff. Like I said, y'all know how I feel about ColourPop. I love them. They're my favorite company to love and hate because there's so much shiz by them that I love and enjoy, but they're just so problematic. And then other packaging that I hate because it also just fits as glitter, but this is the Nightmare Before Christmas palette they did. I like the color theory, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. I'm also a disgusting die-hard Nightmare Before Christmas fan. Came out in 1993. I was 3 years old, and ever since then Tim Burton had a chokehold on my gothic life. I will say, I posted about this when I bought it, and I'm like, this is a Nightmare Before Christmas palette. Where is the green? And I understand there aren't any shades here that are correlated to Oogie Boogie, but how are you gonna make a Nightmare Before Christmas themed palette and not incorporate an Oogie Boogie shade that is green? That is a travesty. That is a missed opportunity. That is a mistake on their part, and they should be held responsible for that. Because if they can give me this freaking random red here, and if they can give me this like champagne-y shade and all these other shades, like, imagine if they took this and we've got this nice deep dark vampy bit here and then they gave us greens, just beautiful greens going on there. That would have made it so much more. But that does kind of seem to be the ColourPop theme of less is more when they're doing collaborations. I bought it because it's Nightmare Before Christmas. I was relatively okay with the color story, and I just wanted to have it. And while we're on ColourPop territory, I did make an order, and we might as well talk about all those blushes that I talked about in anti-hauls that I'm gonna anti-haul it because I don't need it, but I would like to have it. And starting off, I don't even know what these collections are from anymore. These were like a whole bunch of collections where the eyeshadow palette, I was like, not really interested. But in those collections, they'd have a blush, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna have something, it's gonna be blush. This is Just My Pluck, which is a beautiful, beautiful auburny, rosy, plummy, whatever. This is Potted, which is totally not intended for my skin tone. But am I gonna at some point slather this all over my cheeks? You best believe it. Then we also had the Hello Kitty blushes, which, I mean, looking at these though, it's like, y'all know I am typically more of a shimmer, shiny blush, and this is matte. This is heckin' matte and heckin' bright. I remember when I first started getting into makeup, I was like, I need bright reds. I need bright pinks, like Barbie pink. And now I like hardly ever use that type of blush. The looks I make just aren't, aren't conducive to that color of blush. And then we have this one, which also freakishly, I mean, that would make a really pretty eyeshadow. Maybe I'll use that, but I love the Hello Kitty, and I messed out on the first Hello Kitty, and so I want it. My Hello Kitty loving, makeup loving soul will just do it. And I think, pretty sure, because usually I find these and I get them on sale because ColourPop does that. They'll have the collection and they're like, oh, you can get the 2 blushes for discounted if you buy them separately, buy the bundle. And then if the bundle's on sale, then you're saving even more money, which again, I use to justify in buying blushes that I don't need in the first place. And in that vein, blushes I don't need in the first place that are also freakishly matte, the Powerpuff ones. I mean, this one I could see me, that's a matte that's very much a tone and a color that I use and I'm drawn toward, but that one was Saving the World, and this one is Fighting Crime, which, again, not intended for my pasty complexion. But part of me was getting these because it was like, oh, I want something from the collection. With ColourPop, I've learned if they've created a big giant collection that's got some sort of nostalgic thing that I'm drawn to, if I don't like the eyeshadow palette, I'm like, I'll just pick up a blush and be done with it. So this one I could definitely see myself using. Again, I would like to do a face of using new products, or at least new products to me. And I just thought these were really cute and really picturesque, really aesthetic. Last but not least, on the ColourPop blush front, again, the Lizzie McGuire. This is again another, I just want a little bit something from the nostalgic collection. I don't want it all. I've done that before in the past. We did the Melt Cosmetics Beetlejuice collection, and I've kept like 30% of it. I have the eyeshadow palettes. I love those. I sold the majority of everything else. And these are definitely more up my alley. This is Delish, which is this beautiful, light, shimmery, shiny baby pink. And then this one is You Are Magnifique. There we go, duh. Which is a much more rosy, chocked full of shimmery, sparkly goodness, which y'all know that is my shiz. I love the shimmy, the shiny. I think these would be really pretty to layer. You start off with this one and then you add a little bit of this one to brighten up them cheeks. I love layering me some blush, and I think these would be very conducive to that. That actually would have been really pretty for what I've got on my eyes today. And last for the makeup is going to be this Juvia's Place blush quad. This one is the Blushed Volume 2. I really want the Volume 1 because it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, can we take a moment? Y'all know I love me a blush. I love me a good blush duo. And this earthy, tawny, pinky, peachy. I would have bought them both if they were there, but they only had this one, and I was like, well, F me up. I gotta get that shiz. It's just so beautiful. I live for that shade. If I were to take that and then take a little bit of like a peachy highlighty blush and sweep that shiz over the top of my cheekbones, I will be in heaven. I love Juvia's Place blushes. I've been dying ever since they had those singles that they don't even sell anymore, that I've raved about ever since I got them. I've been dying for them to give me a 20 color range of blushes, and I would have all of them regardless of if they were suited for my pasty skin tone or not. But until that day, which may have happened because I am really outdated when it comes to makeup releases, I got this, and I'm very happy and excited to have it. Then just a few skincare kind of housekeeping. I did get the Good Molecules Daily Brightening Serum. This is one of my absolute favorite serums. I love this one. I love their hyaluronic serum. I love the Fourth Ray Beauty Rainfall 2% Hyaluronic Acid Serum and the IOPE Hyaluronic Serum. These are just two of my favorite serums that I really like having on hand for if I'm trying a new serum that ends up not working out for me or not doing for my skin what I would like it to. I like having these to fall back on, or when I run out of a serum and I'm like, because I tend to, if I'm using a new product and, you know, I like to use one new product at a time. Like if I'm using a new serum, I don't want to be using a new moisturizer. If I'm using a new cleanser, you know, I like to do one new product at a time. So I like rotating between tried and true and new things. And so these are obviously tried and true. So I just liked having them on hand. I had a little bit of that, again, disposable income. I walked into Ulta and I was like, oh, I have money. I have money that I don't have to feel guilty about spending. It was a pretty great feeling. And then last but not least, for whatever reason, toners have been my thing now. I have fallen in love with the whole concept, idea, and just toners existing in my life. I like it. I'm here for it. And this is the Good Molecules Glycolic Exfoliating Toner, which my favorite toner right now is the e.l.f. Clear Tone one, which is like a fruit acid exfoliating one. Absolutely love it. I've been through 3 bottles of it. I got 2 bottles of it for Christmas. And so I thought that, oh, I'll go through that one and then I'll see, because this one seems kind of similar. I love Good Molecules. They're affordable. They're a company that has rarely done me wrong. I really stand by a lot of their products. And they're also all kinds of cruelty-free and working on being good and better for the environment, which is absolutely something I can get behind. So got the little bit of skincare right there. And that is that for my exceptionally belated purchase 5 months ago, but we'll talk about today beauty haul. It's been a while since I've been on here and I've kind of been feeling nostalgic moving forward. I just kind of want to make content as I feel it. I've got my other podcast, sort of just sit down talkie channel, The Relatable Millennial, that I will leave down below, which is just kind of just sitting around and shooting the shiz. So if you would like to see that, definitely go check that. I'm going to be better at making consistent content for that channel, as well as hopefully moving forward with this one. Definitely let me know about the products that I talked about. If you love them, you like them, you hate them, let me know what you think down below. Let me know something you've purchased recently that either turned out well or didn't. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah!